Hello and welcome back to the weekly pickups video where we're back to our regular scheduled content where I'm not catching up for 2 weeks, and I have a decent enough stack here, including a Steelbook. So I'm just going to take the thumbnail photo, one Amazon package as well. So yeah, let's go through the week. So Monday and Tuesday, didn't bother getting anything because I just was broke. And Wednesdays is my payday. So on Wednesday, whilst in CEX, I got a DVD and a Blu-ray. So we'll start with the DVD first. And that is Michael Fassbender in Steve Jobs for 150. Now, I've heard that out of all the Steve Jobs biopics, this is the best one. So because of that, uh, I decided to go for, and I believe this is mainly just focused around just before the announcement of the original iPhone. Now, I'm not an iPhone user. I've tried multiple times to use an iPhone, and I end up just switching back to Android. But I do kind of like Steve Jobs, because I do know, if it wasn't for Steve Jobs, we wouldn't have Pixar. Yeah, Pixar is because of Steve Jobs, and the video game Breakout, where you're moving a little paddle along side to side with a ball going up and down, breaking stuff. That was in part done, developed by Steve Jobs, as well as Steve Wozniak. When Steve Jobs worked at Atari. So yeah, like I said, I've heard great things about this, so I kind of wanted to give it a shot. So for the Euro 50, I couldn't pass it up. So the Blu-ray that I got was Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. And I grew up on these two Fantastic Four films, and I enjoyed them as a kid. Granted, it's been probably about nearly 20 years since I last seen this. So for the €4, I thought I'd add it into the collection, and I wasn't sure if I had it in my collection because it's been a while since I updated my list of what I have in my collection. And so looking behind me now, I can see F in my Blu-rays, and I definitely do not own this. So yeah, happy to add it into the collection because, like I said, I grew up on this this Fantastic Four team. So I am looking forward to seeing how the new Marvel led one works whenever we get that. So then on Thursday I was in town, and I spotted this Steelbook. Now it's a Steelbook for a film that I don't like in the franchise, but the main reason why I got it is because it's a nice Steelbook. So that's the main reason why I went for it. So that is a Steelbook for Predator 2. So just the look of this, the front cover of the Steelbook, is why I had to get it. I love the Predator franchise. I still have to watch Prey. I'll be watching Prey at some point before this new year is out. And so yeah, it's in pretty good condition as well. So there's the back of it, and what I love is, so this is the definitive edition version of it. So it is 2 discs, but when I take those discs out, the inside also looks pretty cool. So that's why I went for Predator 2. Like I said, €4 for a Steelbook. I couldn't pass it up. Even though like I said, I don't like this movie, but it's a pretty cool Steelbook nonetheless. So now we get on to today. The day before this goes up on Friday, where I got another DVD, another Blu-ray that I hope I don't have, and finally got an Amazon package that I've been waiting all day for. I'm recording this at 8:30 at night, and I literally just got the Amazon package. So that's twice now it's gone down to the wire. So anyway, let's start with CEX. So for €8, I got a film that I've heard great things about, and I definitely need to check it out at some point, and that is The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Uh, so yeah, I've heard great things about this film. Even the disc is holographic, and the inside uh, of it is pretty neat as well. So I know next to nothing about it, other than um, other than it. I've heard great things about this film. So for €8, I decided to add The Girl Who Leapt Through Time into my collection. So moving on to the Blu-ray. There's this Blu-ray and then the Blu-ray that just came today. And the Blu-ray that I got is The Mummy Returns. I grew up on these films. Mainly the first two. I don't recall watching the third one, but I definitely remember watching The Mummy and The Mummy 2 growing up. Because I look my one of my early special interests that I remember having, even though I wasn't diagnosed with autism back then, was ancient Egypt. So Yu-Gi-Oh and this was like big things for me in terms of my special interest. So had to add it into the collection as I'm trying to take these stickers off. Um, I'll do that later. So the Amazon package that I have is Star Trek related. So when I went on Amazon on Wednesday to see what I was going to order, because I literally had no idea what I was going to order. It was either going to be some classic Doctor Who or something else. I'm not too sure. But then from the spring sale, I found this Star Trek Blu-ray was cheaper than what it was normally going for. Which, if I had bought it before this, it would have cost me €25. But because of the sale, it cost me 18 with the conversion fee. So it is Star Trek Prodigy Season 1. I love Prodigy. Prodigy is like it takes a couple of episodes to get into. I won't lie, it really does. But when it gets over the growing pains, um, it is a fantastic and beautiful show that not a lot of Star Trek fans have watched because it's a kids show. It's been labeled as a kids show, and there are some fantastic episodes and some fantastic character arcs that these characters go through. And, you know, Kate Mulgrew's back as both Admiral Janeway and Hologram Janeway. And, you should know by now, I am a sucker for Kate Mulgrew. I just absolutely adore her. So the first time hearing her speak in Prodigy, I got the biggest smile because of my love of Captain Janeway. So yeah, very happy to have this in the collection. So obviously now I'm going to need to grab my stickiness. Um, my box cutter here whilst I rip into uh, the Blu-ray. There we go. So yeah, €18 is definitely better than brand new, better than 25. So yeah, we have disc. Well, no disc art. Unfortunately, I would have kind of preferred the disc art if it had disc art. But hey, that's just me. I'm just glad that we, in Europe, got the whole 20 episodes in one instead of what America got, which was their season one split into two. 10 episodes for two Blu-rays. So yeah, and that is everything. That is everything that I've gotten this week for my collection. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you all on Monday for my tales for my backlog review for The Martian. And I'm going back to editing for the Gears of War video, which is already sitting at 2.5 hours, and I'm not finished. It's going to be at least 3 hours, so that's going to be fun. But anyway, I'll see you all on Monday for that video that I recorded last month.